And now we have the war table. Once you hit E on the war table, you'll be taken to this screen. This screen is pretty much your life. You will be choosing all your maps, all your games through here. It's pretty much like Dungeon Defenders 1 where you hit E on the Eternia crystal and you get to choose your maps. However, this is a more like cinematic view. When you click on the map, it zooms into the location, so that's also really cool. I think it's really cinematic. It takes you to all really cool looking places. But this is the campaign mode. We also have sliders here. It's kind of messy at the moment, but I can't beat them up too much, but works fine. Random map is interesting, but as you see here, it says item power. Item power is 0. So the recommended item power is 0 to have. At least that's what my preference or my belief is. And the item power range, as you see there, that's the items that you'll be getting. So your items will be in the range of 10 and 15. So that's how I interpret it. I could be wrong, so please do correct me if I am wrong, but that is how I've been interpreting it this entire time. But for you to obtain the next slider, which is free play, you have to complete the entire campaign once, just once, and then you'll be given access to free play. So essentially what free play is, it is just same thing. You get all access to all the maps, but you get to play it in a new difficulty, hard. I actually don't recommend you playing hard right off the bat because you'll be in the range of let's say 60 to 70. So I highly recommend you just grind it out and have fun. Just play all the maps again if you want, but I highly recommend if you're trying to get gear fast and EXP fast, the throne room is probably one of the best maps to go to. When you get stronger, definitely hard. Hard is the way to go for grinding. I'll be showing you a quick build on the throne room for the best way to get EXP, the fastest way to get EXP, and pretty much the only way to get EXP. But I will show you the other game types really quick. Oh, by the way, you can switch quick to private. I always play on private because I don't like playing with other players because I have no friends. But anyways, we have a new type. As soon as you beat the campaign, you'll be also given access to incursions. Incursions are very difficult, so avoid this incursion. After completing the campaign, you'll also be given the option to play Onslaught. Onslaught is Dungeon Defenders 2 version of survival mode. Survival is also very different from the survival mode that we've played in Dungeon Defenders 1. So please experiment with it. If you fail the first time, don't beat yourself up. It is very different. It's much more difficult and requires more strategy. I highly recommend you don't do this solo your first try. I tried it on my own and I got wiped very quickly, but if you play with a group, it's much easier. And it's ultimately, if you complete Onslaught, you get golden eggs and your pets are golden. So you can boast to your friends that you have a golden legendary. So it's like Hearthstone, golden epic, golden legendary. Anyways, Onslaughts again have difficulties and you can play in different maps. Again, these are specific maps set to specific maps. So if you want to play Onslaught in another map, message Trendy about it. Don't talk to me about it. Finally, we have Endgame. Endgame is obtained only when you hit level 50. You only need to get one character to 50, so don't worry about getting all your characters to 50, but as soon as you hit level 50, you'll be given access to Endgame. I recommend you do not waste your time training on Endgame. Currently, Endgame is only for loot. If you guys didn't know, I don't know if this is intentional at the moment, but the EXP you get in Endgame, any of the maps is really bad. So only if you're going to be grinding for EXP, play on free play, hard, throne room. I will be showing you a build for it, but back to Endgame, you can play normal, hard, insane, Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, Nightmare 3, and Nightmare 4. Nightmare 4 is currently the hardest difficulty, and from what I've been told, no one has been successful in completing the Nightmare maps with ease. It's always a struggle, and by ease I mean like AFK ability, you know? You always have to be fully active in the game, and it's very difficult right now. Also with Endgame, you get Endgame Incursions, and we can also go all the way to hell with this. And then we also have Endgame Onslaught, same up to there, and that's that. That is the war table. I forgot to mention one more thing. At the war table, we get EXP bonuses, so daily bonus, we get up to 5. This resets at every day at midnight, so 12 a.m. EST for me, but I don't know about you guys, but I think it's 12 or it's midnight for everyone. I could be wrong, please don't quote me, but every time you win a map, you get 50% EXP bonus. And this continues until the 4th, and then at the 5th, you get 100% EXP bonus. So this is what I recommend you doing. You play 4 of the hardest maps you can play that has 100 item power. That means these are the hardest maps you can play. So Nimbus Reach, Little Horn Valley, Greystone Plaza, and then Life Root Force, whatever. And then for the 5th map, you should play the throne room because the throne room gives the most experience at the moment. Okay, so welcome to the throne room. This is actually one of my favorite maps. Actually, the previous version of the map was my favorite. It was dark, gloomy, and it had such a powerful image. But unfortunately, they changed it to the bright and happy throne room, so it's pretty dope. Anyways, this essentially what you have to do is build for a noob-friendly build. Actually, I should just do it with the apprentice only. I am quite overpowered for this map, and they have changed everything so that all the stuff is now different. So your towers are huge now, so it's a little bit more interesting to build certain towers. But how I like to explain to all my friends who play this game for the first time, build with perfect ratios, as in having perfect balance. So if you have 3 flame burst towers here, be sure to build 3 flame burst towers in the other place, because you have perfect balance. Everything works fine. Everything works fine. Okay, there we go. I like to build pretty much 4 flame burst towers in each lane, and a magic blockade. That's how I like to build. It's 1, 2, 3, then 4. Position it a little bit to the left, and then magic blockade. Again, these towers are much bigger, so keep that in mind that if it doesn't fit, try to adjust it to the point that it does. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 blockades here. We have a lot more to cover. And then this lane over here, we have to defend another objective. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this is all like trial and error. So if you can't beat this map with this build, that means you're a little bit too early. You're here too early. So you should go back to other maps, get better loot, and continue grinding that way. With the remaining mana, as you can see, I have approximately 240 left. So with that, I like to build more flame burst towers, because why not? Why not? I'm going to be grinding up my Squire, the Valhalla Knight. Ooh, the glitches. But anyways, the main goal for the throne room on hard and free play is to always defend your sub-objectives. So the more sub-objectives you have, the more EXP you'll get at the end of the wave. So each time you complete a wave with your sub-objectives intact, then you get more experience. This is a main objective. Also, that is a main objective. I should be explaining these, but they'll be explaining it to you in the tutorial, so don't freak out too much. But yeah, overall, it's really nice that Trendy has included that if you have all your sub-objectives intact, you'll get bonus EXP, so that's really nice to have. I also have the hero deck bonuses, so that's currently I have like 110 EXP or 115 EXP bonuses throughout all my gear and all my characters, so it's really nice, and then leveling won't be that painful. But this is pretty much an all apprentice build. You can do this exactly the same with the Squire, but it's a little bit more difficulty. It's the same thing, blockades, cannonball towers, but instead of having 5, or is it 5? No, 4 cannonball towers, I think it's 2 cannonball towers and 2 ballistas. It's like you have to mix and match, and that's the reason why Squire is the hard mode. It's a little bit more strategy involved, and you have to focus on your DU, and you have to manage it much better. On the minimap, you see there's white dots. If you look at the top right, there's white dots. Those are called support enemies, i.e. they're not the usual goblin. They're a little bit stronger, so they can be either orcs, they can be kobolds, they could be wyverns, they could be anything pretty much. I don't think they'll be wyverns, but it's a lot of things. And now for wave 2, this is typically when you should have all of your stats or all of your towers fully built after the second wave. And then for my stats, I can AFK this, so no problem. I also recommend you pick up all the mana, because apparently if you just pick up the chest, all the mana will disappear. I'll show you an example. There's like 4 mana right there. You pick up a chest, oh, there's mana there too. It just all vanishes, so you lose mana. So that's not good. Losing mana, it's never good. So you can place anywhere really. I just place it there. You place until you have max DU, because it doesn't hurt to have max DU and full damage towers everywhere. Everywhere. So it's pretty much becoming a 5 tower build. 5 towers in each lane. Fantastic. Now we are at max DU, and I have 5 flame burst towers, 2 blockades in each lane, 1 blockade in front of the sub objectives though. And yeah, it's pretty much that. And we switch back to our Squire Knight. If you want to see the EXP bonuses, it's down here. So I have 125 EXP, 125% increase on my EXP. And with the remaining mana, I just start upgrading all my flame burst towers first. If you're taking a lot of damage, like your blockades are getting hurt really bad really quickly, then I recommend you upgrade your blockades first. But with my stats, I don't even need blockades. I can just mass build flame burst towers and I'll always win. So yeah, that's the build. I'll be showing you in just a second for if you're trying to get for loot, not EXP. But I just want to show you one more wave, just to proof of concept. There's more white blimps over here, so I'm guessing, let's see what they are. So it's a bunch of kobolds. There's an orc lady. Oh, she just walked past. Okay, there's there's a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs. Sometimes the mobs will not register the blockades are there. Usually the mobs must target the blockades first, but sometimes the mobs just like to walk right past your blockades, go straight to your defenses or your core, so just keep that in mind. You should stay active while playing. I'm trying to like cover for Trendy right now, but fix your game. But yeah, it's always good to have contingencies, backup plans for whenever something bad happens. But like I said, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just complete the entire map. Make sure your cores are make sure your cores are okay. All your sub cores, they can take damage. That's fine. Just make sure they're not destroyed. And yeah, you just get a lot of EXP. I'm pretty sure I'll level up at the end of this wave. Pretty sure. Yeah, so I did level up, and look, I got even more EXP in the top left corner, so that's fantastic. So I'm pretty sure I can get to at least level 22, maybe 23 at the end of this wave. So yeah, just ideas. So like these blockades are getting hit a lot, so I upgrade those. Also, stay weary of if you hold shift, you can see what's inside or what's coming. What you should be looking at is armor path, not the name, but the number next to it. So armor path 31, 32, 31, 50, 51, and this one is, we have if there's ever a red bar here blinking, that means there's a unique monster or there's a crap ton of monsters coming. If there's a unique monster, that means it's going to be a boss. I'll show you for all you new viewers. But as you can see, there's 50 units coming out of here. So what I like to do is fortify my defenses in this lane more so than other lanes. So now this lane is all level 1. And then we'll also increase the lanes over here. Oh, this is already level 1, so this is fantastic. Oh, sack monkeys. Oh, there's also environmental stuff. There's so much to talk about. I'm trying to keep this video under 40 minutes, but I don't think so. It's a very long video. But yeah, I'll just show you really quick. All traps can be activated with a simple touch of E, or you can hit it. So like over there's another environmental trap. Oh, it didn't work. Why you no works? There you go. You can just attack it with range or melee. It doesn't matter. So it shows you the notification alert that a monster, a unique boss is coming. This time it's Quibbly. He is the Goblin Bomb Thrower. So he'll attack your towers from a range, and as you can see, he does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And when he dies, he explodes into loot. So there's an example of a lockbox right there. That's a Squire lockbox, and there's some pet food boxes right there. But yeah, all in all, this game's kind of complicated. There's no real like here's this and here's that explanations. Trendy are trying their best to make it so that's like that, but it's okay. They're doing a pretty good job with the time they've been given and the money they've been given with. So just final recap of just gameplay overall. If you're lagging a lot and if you're having a lot of FPS issues, I recommend you turn off all 3 of these and make sure your resolution is your recommended resolution. Do not overshoot it. I can go to 4K resolution, but my monitor is not 4K. I can't go to 4K. What? It changed. Oh, they changed it. Anyways, yeah, and if it's too high, if your resolution is still too high, bump it down from 1080p to 720p. So go down to 720p and it'll increase your quality even further. Remove your texture qualities, put it down to low. Remove anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering, and detailed mesh. You can lower this to none. all that good stuff. All depends on your computer. If you're having any issues, please do tell me in the comments below with that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you a quick build. Alright, and this is the final segment of the video. After you grinded on Throne Room from hours and hours and hours, got one character to 50, and you finally max out your character's equipment. So they should be all like level 36, I believe, or around that level, 36, like 32 to 36. I don't remember the exact level, but once you got in all those level gear, so you come to endgame, and I recommend you start hard Throne Room. Again, you have to grind on Throne Room again, but this will give you a little bit boost in gear. And then once you beat this map once or twice, you should get like level 37, 38, 40-ish gear. You can go to Insane, and I highly, highly recommend you stay on Gates of Dragonfall until you get a decent amount of loot. And then once you beat Gates of Dragonfall, you can go to Siphon Site D. As you can see, it's 160 to 180. Slowly, gradually do it. But if you're really ballsy, Insane, you can go to Throne Room, and you can do this build. And this is what I've been doing, and I've been successful. I haven't been able to do it until now. Thanks to the new patch, the Ascension patch, I'm able to farm this with no problem at all. And I'm also at the point where I can start breaking into Nightmare. And I'll show you my build. This requires a Huntress and a Squire, or a Huntress and an Apprentice. Alright, so here's the build. This is the Screw the Sub-Objectives build. This is very popular amongst a lot of players, where you don't need EXP, but you need loot. So this is where you don't care about loot or EXP, so you can let your sub-objectives die. From what I've seen and what I've been told and what I've discussed with other players, sub-objectives don't increase the loot stats, so you don't have to care about the sub-objectives too much. I initially start with 5 Flame Burst Towers in this lane and 5 Flame Burst Towers in that lane. This lane is 4 Flame Burst Towers. Yeah. Alright, so 4 Flame Burst Towers, you hit I, go to Hero Deck, switch over to Huntress, and then we build 2 Poison Dart Towers. Be sure to position them in a point where they can do damage all the time. Fantastic. And then now we have 3 Poison Dart Towers here. So how I like to do it, I point this Poison Dart Tower and this Poison Dart Tower for this lane, and this Poison Dart Tower in the middle for that lane. And I'll show you again on this lane over here. Same thing. There's a reason why I do this. So straight down that lane. Middle one guiding, defending that lane. Oh, I'm building it a little bit too close there. Right. Reposition these guys. Remember, like I said, that the mobs sometimes can walk past your barricades. Be sure to place it in a way that the monsters can't walk past. I mean, even though I can walk past here, but oh no, I can't. Sweet. So like I don't think that really matters for mobs, but just if you put it right in their face, they probably won't. Probably. hence the hesitance in my voice, but probably they won't move around it. So with the remaining mana, you just build more Flame Burst Towers, as basic as that seems. However, these Flame Burst Towers, you should build it a little bit further back. There's also a reasoning for this. We're going to be working on my Apprentice this time. So let's hit G. But what happens is, once these sub-objectives go down, these are window controlled. If you see blocked right there, that's where the new lanes of mobs are going to be coming. So that's going to be a lot of air mobs. That's why we place the second line of defense, the Flame Burst Towers, a little bit back, not too far back. Yeah, as you see, the window controls are being taken down. But this is a fantastic combo. The new Ascension build gives Poison Dart Towers a huge boost in HP. So these guys have 60,000 HP. 60,000 HP. So that's an insane amount. That's more than my barriers. So I think it's highly worth. They do more damage than my barriers as well. So it's freaking fantastic. And your Flame Burst Towers are only there to clean up. They're there for cleanup. Believe it or not. The Poison Dart Towers are doing the most bulk of the damage, because the Poison Dart Towers does poison dots, which is dot damage over time. A lot of complicated terminology. You'll get used to it very quickly. But yeah, overall it's pretty simple, straightforward to build. And thanks to this build, I've been able to farm this efficiently and AFK, which was the biggest shock to me. And if you don't want to do this, you don't want the Flame Burst Towers, you can replace the Flame Burst Towers with all Poison Dart Towers, and you'll still be able to do it. Proof, I have a video of me doing it for the first time, and I was blown away. It's freaking hilarious. So yeah, this is the build. Wave 2, you continue to build more flame burst towers, because they do a lot of damage. They clean up a lot. They're fantastic. And then for upgrades, I upgrade the poison dart towers 1 first, and then all of the and then all of the flame burst towers. So I'll just do it really quick, so you guys can have an idea of how I do it. Because guidance is always the way. Oh, we already have a special coming. There. There. But once you get the initial flow done, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. So we have some extra DU there. We can place down a flame burst here. What's coming? What's coming? What's coming? An ogre's coming. Great. Oops, I didn't upgrade anything. Oh, this is bad news bears. Oh, bad news bears. It's the problem with recording and playing the game at the same time. Focus is elsewhere. But anyways, this is the build. Or this is my build. You can do any other build. Again, it's your game. I've seen the most craziest builds. They work. So just play around with it. I apologize for the super long video. Again, there's timestamps in the description below. And you can just flip around where you need to. It's really simple, really straightforward. Just click what you need. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you need more advice, or if you have no idea what you're doing, feel free to comment. I have an awesome community. If you didn't know, my commenters, like my viewers, answer questions faster than I do, and 90% of the time they're correct. So you can trust a lot of my viewers. And I also have a Twitter and Facebook. If you need to ask me anything and I don't answer it on YouTube right away, I usually answer it a little bit quicker on Facebook and Twitter, because YouTube has a very poor notification system. So yeah. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please comments come below. I love you long time. So oNightPineberries. Welcome to Dungeon Defenders 2 Open Alpha Legendary. Hello. Ouchies. Can I see it? Oh no, it's not the special legendary. I'm looking for a special legendary attack type. It's just like a flamethrower. It's fantastic. But anyways, guys, this is oNightPineberries. I love you long time. Thanks for watching, and peace.